Rippah Nation, what is happening? Welcome to my hometown of Beverly, Massachusetts. We are actually right downtown of, what's a great city on the water and where I grew up. And there has not been a card shop in Beverly since the late 90s. But that's about to change because Gem Rippahs is going brick and mortar, baby. Welcome to what is going to be Gem Rippahs headquarters, and I'll give you a tour of the inside. One quick note, this is all getting redone. There's gonna be 3 windows, brand new door, and that's happening in the next week or so, so pretty stoked about that. And on this here, we'll be advertising because driving from down here, that's where you can see. Obviously a sign will be up too. And then as you come on in, 750 square feet of pure joy is heading your way. I've been given hints here and there that, I was gonna open a shop, but I never I wanted to do it back in November. I was saying, hey, I'll get a shop sometime. And the plan was originally at the end of the fall. But my mom came walking and found this store, and the rest is history. And finally, after about 2 months, I can show you guys. Started actually the demo 2 days ago. I took out this whole area to open up some more space, which this will be the lounge area, couch, coffee table, couple chairs, so people can, trade, go through their cards, rip, whatever it may be. This big wall is gonna be a mural that will include the Gem Rippah logo that I am super stoked to have, because you're gonna be able to see it driving from the street this way, all right? And as you know, as always, sponsored by Rockstar. All right, so today I already got one side of the room painted. This is called Eggshell, and as you can see, we have enough paint that we can paint the whole place and your house probably. So that'll be on both sides, and Rippah Red will be along the finish up top on both sides. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty good size shop. It's like 750 square feet, but the width is what's important when you come in shops, because you want to have people to be able to be on both sides, and that's the goal here. First things first, the cases. 4-footer coming out to here, and then we could have up to 3 5-footers. And that'll take us all the way down here. But then we still have a lot more space, which is what we're gonna figure out, what I wanna put there. Up here will be shelving, obviously, and that's where we'll have all of the wax. And in the cases, of course, will be our slabs, our singles, and all that. And we are doing consignment. I already have a few people that are really excited to be able to have their cards in a shop. Now, this side of the wall is something that I've envisioned right from the start, is a card bar. Now, what I mean by that is, I don't know where yet, like how far down, but from here, say, to where the painting thingy is gonna be a homemade bar, and it's gonna have a rustic feel. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And it's gonna be at least a foot out, and we'll have stools so people can be, here. Same thing as with the lounge. They can be ripping, trading with their friends, kids, Pokemon, whatever it may be. But the good thing is there's enough room to have people on both sides. And like I said, that's key. Up top in this back wall will also be Rippah Red. So excited to do that. So when you walk in, it's gonna pop. That's the plan at least. All right, come further down, we will have right here a standing case, which will have, product that we're not selling for show, like, really nice slabs, helmets, really whatever we want. And still don't know what I'm doing over here. We do have a full basement, but I can't go down there with you because the stairs are like this thin. But the good news is, it is going to be where we set up our video room, so to speak. So that way I can put more content out, content of me talking to the camera versus, just having content of my hands. And that's where I'm going to start really trying to educate as much as possible, speak about like what's going on in the news. Like today, for instance, word is all over Facebook and Instagram, Target is done selling wax after this week. So that would be a great, video to put together for you on the fly. This piece right here was actually what was up front that I demoed. Took me 2 nights by myself, but it was a blast doing it. Hard work pays off, and I'll get more into the story of how I got here. So further down, we will have in here will be these black boxes that you can fit the 4 roll boxes. That'll be 10 cents, 25 cent, and organized by teams and sports. So that'll be in here, so people can come and grab that and go out to the bar, the card bar, and figure out what they want and then bring it back. So key feature, I've seen that in a couple of shops, and I really like the idea. And it's good for all the cards that just sit around in your house. And I'll be having some from the cameraman Cody, my buddy Ben. We have a bunch. Ben we'll call Bridge because that's his last name. All right, now we have the bathroom. Good to have a bathroom, obviously. I guess you have to have a bathroom if you have a retail store. So there's that. And now, the place that'll probably be finished first, because I don't have to do a lot, because it's my office. No one's gonna see what's in here. But this is where the breaks are gonna happen. There's 2 spots, and I will show you the other one. So as you know right now, I'm in my spare bedroom, and I have a really high table. It's a kitchen table, and I'm sitting on the corner so I could have the phone where it needs to be. And I've been just working with what I have since August. So now I'll be able to have, perfect setup. The Rippah flag is always going to be, in the picture, and lights, camera, action will, it'll be a great spot. And that's where I'll also do, obviously, the breaks and rip and chips and so forth. And then I plan on having another couch in here for, when I just need to chill out, people want to come in, talk, whatever the case. And then shipping and receiving will be in the corner, one of the corners. And right now, that's the biggest thing I need personally. That'll be a huge change because I'm doing shipping and receiving right next to my table, and it's like stuff's everywhere. It's organized chaos. Lastly, in here, I'm gonna build my desk into the wall. That will maximize space. I built at my own house. I built my desk where it's like shelf, so I have both sides, and that's what I plan on doing here. So that's the shop. I do have one more spot I want to show you because I mentioned there's break 1. This is going to be a cool aspect, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be a hit. At least I hope. We are going to also be breaking in this room, and that'll be right here. This will be set up so we're going to be doing day breaks, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or Loop. That's going to be here, and it'll be mostly hobby boxes throughout the day. So it'll be a cool thing for kids to come in and see. Also, people can come in and join the breaks. I've seen that at some stores as well. So that'll be right in the middle of the action. And my goal in having a shop, since the thought came to of actually doing it, is to have a place like a barbershop feel, where you want to come and you want to hang out. As I mentioned, my hometown here, Beverly, has not had a shop since, I think, Fred's Pawn Shop, which was late 90s. So it's been almost, we're going 20 plus years. And so it's like an honor and a privilege, and it's very humbling to be able to bring that back. And, a quick story, 2 days ago, I was driving in my neighborhood, and one of the neighbors was out, him and his buddy. They're probably 12 years old or so. And I stopped and I asked him if, kids his age, if his friends, if they collect cards in Pokemon. And he jumped up in excitement. He's like, yeah, I collect baseball cards and, Pokemon as well. And I'm like, well, guess what? I'm opening a store. And his eyes like blurred. He's like, no way. He's like, oh, we're going to be in there. I'm already going to be one of your customers. Count me in. And that right there is, to me, what it's all about is, getting kids in here to that, because they're slowly but surely back in the hobby. And from what I know, it's been a long time since kids have been in. And to be able to bring them that is going to be awesome. But also, it's going to be awesome for the adults who, make a living this way, or who, it's a hobby to them, or they're investing, whatever the case may be. It's time for Beverly to have one, and Gem Rippers is the place, and I am super stoked about that. If any of you who already know me, I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm going to put my all into everything. So that's going to happen here. Plan is to mid-June is what I'm hoping to be, maybe a soft opening, grand opening around 4th of July. That's up in the air. But again, it's the perfect space. It's the perfect space. A friend just texted me, I showed him the video, he goes, it's not too big, it's not too small, it's perfect for cards, and that's a fact. So, how did we get here? It's crazy to think a year ago, I had no idea about sports cards. I mean, I had a childhood collection and whatnot, but I wasn't involved in them. And then The Last Dance documentary was playing right around this time. It was, I think, finishing up. It was April and May, and it made me go get my collection from my mom's house. It was in a big plastic box, whatever those things are called, and I got out all my Jordans. I looked up on YouTube how to send a PSA, and I sent out. They were doing a quarterly special. Send out 25 or more, you get half off. Back then it was $20 a card, so I got $10 a card. I sent 29 cards in, and I just, that was that. Couple weeks later, I started seeing cards at Target and Walmart, and I just grabbed them just I don't know, just because. I was like, oh, look, I'll get these. And I started, I was in a Michael Jordan group, and I was chatting on something, and someone said, hey, you should go in this group and check it out. It's called Rip and Ship. And I get in there, and next thing you know, I was getting home at work at 8 o'clock every night. It would be 1 o'clock. I was watching it for 4 or 5 hours. This person, and I'll give him his props, his due, his coach's clubhouse. And I was mesmerized by this, because at first I was like, why would someone want someone else to rip their packs open? That makes no sense to me. But then once you start watching it, it is addicting. And people in my group, in the Gem Ripper group, know that as well, because they said the same thing when they started. So, after a couple of weeks, I started building up a really big collection, and I was like, I can do this. I know how to, I can perform. I did public speaking for the last handful of years, so I'm not afraid to be in front of a camera, even though it's just my hands. And, first I started off with a couple people involved. And after a month, we separated. I went on my own. The last week of August is when I started the Gem Rippers Facebook group, and now it's up to like 950 people. Instagram has 1,200 people, and we just started TikTok about 3 months ago, and we're almost at 1,000. And YouTube, which is the platform this is on, obviously if you aren't subscribed, please do right now. It takes 2 seconds. Hit that little subscribe button, because this is the way we want to, build up the biggest, be the biggest platform for us and build up the biggest audience, because this is where I can bring the most content to you, and that's the plan moving forward. With this shop, we're gonna have a couple episodes, building up till we're finally open. That's the plan, at least. So that's something to look forward for you guys. And so I started in late August, and I was doing rip and ships. I was crushing it, having a great time, building up, my personal collection, which is your PC. And I remember I got my first slabs in mid-September, and it was 6 cards, 4 of them were gems. I was pumped. It was 2 Zions, a Lubob refractor, and a pink Tua, and then the 2 9s were a LeBron and a Ja Morant. And I kept one of those. I still have the pink Tua just because from memories. And slowly but surely I was building up that collection. And next thing you know, people were asking me to ship for them. And 2 months later, I'm shipping 100+ cards every week for Gem Rippers members. And it's been wild, it's been crazy. And as we all know, of the market. And right now, the grading was going great until PSA shut down. But that's all for another story. This is about how Gem Rippers got started, and how not even 10 months ago, I did not know what a PC was. I did not know what Prism was. Only thing I knew about cards was Tops and Upper Deck back in the day. And here we are now in my hometown of Beverly, Massachusetts, about to open up our own store. Gem Rippers Brick and Mortar is coming soon. Stay tuned. I appreciate you all. I wouldn't be here without you guys, obviously, at this moment. And I appreciate you guys, cheering me on along the way. And I'm always open for business or help. Anything you ever need, you can reach out to me. That's that. Stay tuned for the next episodes. I love you guys. We are out. Peace.